everybody, welcome to a new episode of New Arrivals. My name is Milo and I'm presenting this week's episode. We've selected 5 more guitars for this New Arrivals episode. I selected them together with Koen, and we found that the most interesting guitars this week were all acoustic. So this is a purely acoustics centered New Arrivals episode. We're coming to you from the Gibson and Taylor room because we have quite a few Gibsons in this episode. But we're going to start with a Martin guitar, and it's on the floor over here. This is a custom shop Martin guitar. It is a 000 18 12 fret and a beautiful sunburst. I believe they call this the amber tone sunburst finish. Have a look at that. So, like all 000 18s, you get the mahogany back and sides. The custom shop version has an Adirondack spruce top, also Adirondack braces on the inside. I think a 000 18 12 fret is a really cool design. I've said it before, I think the 12th fret gives some extra bass response on these models. And that's really nice because a 000 18 is used for fingerpicking a lot. And you get some extra bass response with the bass notes when you play with your thumb. So this is a guitar, a model that you can only get via the custom shop because Martin doesn't make this in their standard series. And I think a Martin with a sunburst finish is just really cool. It sounds great, so let's listen to Tom playing the demo. The next instrument that we're going to show is something that you don't see too often in the New Arrivals episode. We decided to feature a mandolin because we also sell mandolins, we sell banjos, we sell all kinds of different stringed instruments. What we have here is a Gibson Gold Rush F5 mandolin. Have a look at that. So this is a discontinued model. I believe it was a 2017 model. The F5 style mandolin with beautiful inlay, the fern inlay over here. A really nice golden amber finish. So I believe this F5 Gold Rush mandolin has some slightly larger frets than the other F5s. I believe the F holes are a little bit smaller. And this one has a radiused fretboard, so that's all to add some extra comfortability when playing. With this F5 Gold Rush you get a hand-carved spruce top, a really nice set of flamed maple back and sides. So gold is not only in the name of the model, but next to the gorgeous golden finish you get the golden tuners as well. And there's a really nice, I believe it looks like a tortoise binding, which looks really cool. One of our master luthiers at the fellowship, Erwin, is a really great mandolin player, so we asked him to play something on this really nice instrument. Next up is a Collings guitar. We featured another Collings in a previous episode, also one from the traditional series, but we felt this had to be featured in this episode because it's a beautiful Collings Parlor, the P1T. You get a beautiful Parlor model with mahogany back and sides. I believe this is Honduran mahogany. You get a Sitka spruce top. Like the other traditional series instruments, these have slightly thinner tops. They have hand-carved braces just to be as accurate of a vintage style acoustic guitar as possible. We can go on and on about the Collings build quality, and we have done in the past, but I will not do that today. I will just show you some ornaments. It's a really nice pyramid bridge, looks great, and what's especially nice are these engraved 300 plate tuners. So all in all, this is a fantastic instrument. It plays really easily. I think this is a perfect guitar just to lie on your couch and play this all day. It sounds fantastic. Next up is a very new and very limited Gibson guitar. This is a made-to-measure SJ200 slope shoulder model. This might be confusing for some of you looking. This is a creation from the beautiful and twisted mind of Mark van Veldhuizen. He works over here. He asked Gibson to make this model for him. We can have a look at this SJ200 over here. As you can see, it features similar ornaments, only this is in a slope shoulder Gibson design. So this is sort of a marriage between a J45 and the SJ200. So it has sort of the appeal and the glamour of the SJ200. We have things like the mustache bridge, the pickguard of course, the inlay on the fretboard, but it is in a slope shoulder design. What you get with this guitar in terms of tone woods, we have maple back and sides, and we have a Adirondack spruce top, which is really nicely figured. I don't know if you can catch this. It comes in this really nice faded vintage sunburst, and for now this is only limited to TFOA. I think we have 3 pieces or something, but we thought this looked like a classic right off the bat. I think it's a really cool design, so thanks to Mark for inventing this beauty, and let's listen to it. Show with a vintage guitar and also a vintage Gibson, seeing we're in the Gibson room. What we have over here is a J45 in a really faded cherry finish. This is a 68 model. Once upon a time this was a cherry finish. You can see some of the leftover on the back. This has been worn down, I think played a lot over the years, but I think it looks really cool. I haven't seen this of a faded finish ever on a J45, which I thought was really interesting. This is a J45 from '68, which means it is a J45 ADJ, adjustable bridge, which is what you get. So this is a wooden adjustable bridge. Opinions are divided on whether this adjustable bridge does something positive for the tone. I think it does. It mutes the sound a little bit, so it doesn't sound as big as other J45s, but that's a really interesting and special tone, I believe. In '68 you also got a white screwed-on pickguard on the Cherry J45s. I think there has been a Gibson logo on the pickguard as well. That has faded away. These look like the original frets, the really wide frets, but I'm not quite sure. I think we'll dive into that before we put them up on the website. There are some cracks that have been repaired over the years. You can see them over here. On the back as well. Over there, over there. And of course you can see playing marks all over this guitar. But still, I think it looks really cool. So I wanted to pick it for this episode. Those were the 5 new arrivals for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know which of these 5 is your favorite. I will assure you next week we will have some electrics back in the episode. I hope you have a nice day, and we will see you next week for another episode of New Arrivals. Bye!